Hello, kids. How are you doing? We are early humans. Your grandparents, and their grandparents to the power 100. Oof. Basically, we are the first lot of the humans, and that's a long time ago. In this video, we will take you to our time and we will show you our lifestyle. If you are excited, give us a shout out saying, Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Before we take you to our time period, it is important that you know certain terminology. That's how things become easier. The lesson that you're learning is history. It's a subject where dead people keep giving you homework. Just kidding, guys. It's actually the study of human past, and many people who study history reveal different secrets of the past and of the earth. And they help us learn many interesting things of the past. Like, for example, a geologist is someone who studies the physical features of the earth like soil, stones, hills, mountains, rivers, seas, oceans, and other parts of the earth. A paleontologist studies the remains of plants, animals, humans, which have become fossils. An anthropologist, the beautiful lady that you see here, who's an anthropologist, she's studying human societies and cultures from the oldest times to the present. An archaeologist similarly digs up the soil and studies how the tools, pots, beads were prepared and used for what purposes. All of them together help historians construct a near accurate story in the timeline of the past. Now, let's understand time with reference to history. If we want to look at days, months, or years, we would look at calendars, right? And calendars have been used by people of various civilizations. The ancient Egyptians used the sun as the reference to calculate time for their calendars, and the day when the bright star Sirius appeared, that was the event for the new year in Egypt. The Hindus have been using calendars to determine Hindu festivals and auspicious times. The Mayans had calendars that could track dates thousands of years back and forth into time. Romans initially had calendars with 10 months in a year. Later on, they adjusted it to 12 months, with March being the first month of the year, and so on. The Gregorian calendar that we use today was actually introduced by Pope Gregory in 1582. But if we want to look at events longer than decades or centuries, we would use timelines. Let me show you certain events of history through timeline. 4.5 billion years ago, around our sun, dust, debris started to accumulate and form into a molten ball of rock, which we call today as the Earth. Then, around 3.5 billion years ago, single-celled organisms started to appear. Around 2.4 billion years ago, oxygen started to accumulate in the atmosphere. And around 800 million years ago, corals, sponges, and early animals started to form. And this period was called as Ordovician period. And around 540 million years ago, many different animals started to appear. And the first amphibians moved to land around 375 million years ago. And later on, dinosaurs appeared around 230 million years ago. In the Triassic period, mammals came up around 200 million years ago. Then that asteroid which hit the Earth and killed all the dinosaurs and most of the other species happened around 66 million years ago. And around 11 million years later, to that around 55 million years ago, early primates appeared. And the earliest primates who started evolving and separated from chimps to categorize themselves as humans separated around 7 million years ago, and that was a long time ago. And around 1 million years ago, we started controlling fire, and we used fire to cook, and honestly, food tasted much better. It was very tasty, guys. Also, we used it as a source of light in caves, also to scare wild animals away. See, look at the benefits of fire, and we were the ones to start that. And around 3 lakh years ago, we Homo sapiens evolved in Africa, and we are called the first modern humans. We didn't stop at just hunting and gathering food. We did start agriculture around 12,000 years ago. Then more water was available to us, and our great grandchildren built the first great cities of the world around river valleys. And around 2500 years ago, new religions were established with great philosophical and spiritual ideas by Mahavir Jain and Gautam Buddha. And around 250 years ago, industrial revolution changed everything, with industries manufacturing every literal item that humans needed to lead a comfortable life. Now, if you think that's a lot, you can simply take Jesus Christ as a reference and put an event before him and after his death in the timeline. That's so simple, which is like before Christ and after his death, that is BC and AD. Later on, people started giving different names to this, as BCE, as before Common Era, and AD, that's Anno Domini, or CE, Common Era. Like we mentioned earlier, historians, archaeologists, epigraphists, and so many people help us in understanding history. And they use various sources like fossils, pots, clothes, buildings, toys, literature, stories to construct the timeline of events properly. And now it's our story, the story of early humans. Around 3 lakh years ago, we lived in small groups and took care of each other. We went for hunting whenever we were in need of food, and we learned hunting by looking at wild animals hunt other animals. Yeah, that's how we learned hunting. Until then, we were basically gathering food from plants. That's why we were also called as hunter-gatherers. And climate changes, exposure to hot red sun and continuous downpours of rain forced us to look for shelters, and we used to find nearby caves to hide. Otherwise, we loved to run behind wild animals and climb trees most of our time. During our free time, we also sharpened the stone so that we could hunt animals and protect ourselves. In defense, of course. And our favorite pastime was painting. We painted scenes of hunting, we painted animals, we painted where we were about to go, and that was the best time of our lives. We had lots and lots of fun while painting, and painting on the walls, rocks, tables. It's in our DNA. Look around you guys, around your study desk. You see lots of graffiti, right? We don't need DNA tests. We early humans and you guys, we are related by blood. We paint everywhere, we draw everywhere. Also, we made lots of ornaments with beads and shells for our women on their birthdays and wedding anniversaries. Just kidding, guys. We didn't know anything about birth dates and stuff. I wouldn't say wedding dates also did exist because I'm scared of my wife. Your great-great-great-great-grandmother, she'll kill me. And the whole of the earth was covered in ice around 1 lakh years, which lasted till 12,000 years ago. And then ice started to melt because of the temperature rise, and we had lots and lots of water flowing in the form of rivers. So we used that water to carry out agriculture and cultivated cereals and grains, and we used animals such as cattle and goats for our help. And slowly our population started increasing and our communities grew, and we were happy and content with whatever our lives were provided with. Life was like a rosy picture, and then we chose chieftains to frame rules for us and take important decisions on our behalf. We also started trading with far off places. We used to sell them literally food, clothing, tools, and eventually many of our villages grew into towns. Later on, our offspring also started pottery and metal tools for storing grains, milk, and plowing, and also for warfare. So that's all from us, kids. We are sad to say goodbye to you, that we might not be meeting again. Please take care of yourselves. See you.